Good morning students, welcome to Narayana live classes. Today I am going to explain chemistry revision assessment for 6th class. Let us see the question. First one, why is hand picking necessary after winnowing? Yes, this is because after winnowing some husk and dust particles are added to it. So hand picking is necessary after winnowing for more clean. Okay, after winnowing, hand picking is necessary for more clean. Husk and dust particles are added. Dust particles are added to it after winnowing. So for more cleaning, hand picking is necessary. For more clean, hand picking is necessary. Okay, let us see the second one. Predict which of these objects will sink or float in water. They are given the examples also like tomato, brinjal, potato, iron nail, sponge, wood, stone, leaf, a piece of chalk and paper. You have to predict among the examples which objects will sink or which objects will float on the water. Okay, let us see. What are the objects will sink? The objects sink like tomato, next brinjal, next potato, next iron nail, stone, next piece of chalk. Piece of chalk. Okay, these objects are sink in water. Okay, when we drop one by one in the water, these all objects sink in water. Let us see what are the objects are float on water. Objects float on water. So in the example, leaf, next wood, next sponge, paper. Leaf, wood, sponge, paper. These objects float on water. Okay. Next, see the third question. Define solvent. What is solvent? Next, in the third question they are given A and B. Nana. A. Define solvent. B. Why water is called as universal solvent. Let us see the definition of solvent. What is solvent? Here solvent nothing but it is a liquid. Solvent means it is a liquid that dissolves other substance in it is. It is a liquid, it dissolves. It dissolves other substance in it. Let us see the example. If you take water, if you take glass of water, in that add sugar. What do you observe? The sugar is dissolved in water. Yes, the sugar is dissolved in water. So here, water nothing but it is a solvent. Water means it is a solvent. See the definition? Solvent nothing but it is a liquid, it dissolves other substances substance in it is. Here I am taking water and add sugar. Okay, the sugar is dissolved in water. Water nothing but that is the solvent. Okay, let us see the B1. Why water is called as a universal solvent? So here water is called as a universal solvent because number of other substances, more substances are dissolved in water. Okay, more substances are dissolved in water when compared to any other solvent. That is the reason water called as universal solvent. Water is called as universal solvent. Universal solvent. Because more substances are dissolved in water when compared to any other solvent. That is the reason water called as universal solvent. Okay. Next, see the fourth question. Explain sedimentation and decantation. Sedimentation and decantation. Here, take a mixture of sand and water. Take a mixture of, let us see the fourth question, sedimentation. Here take a mixture of soil and water in glass tumbler. In glass tumbler we are taking here soil and water. Soil and water we are taking in the glass tumbler. Keep it this glass tumbler for few minutes in undisturbed. Okay, after some time we observe. So in the glass tumbler, mud and sand particles are settled down of the glass tumbler. Okay, after some time we observe here down of the glass tumbler we observe mud and sand. Okay, after some time we observed mud and sand particle down of the glass tumbler. These mud and sand particles are nothing but sediments. These two are nothing but sediments. Okay, the process of separation of mud and sand, that is nothing but sedimentation. The process of separation of mud and sand is called sedimentation. Sedimentation. Okay, next lift up the glass tumbler and you have to keep it this glass tumbler into another glass tumbler in the inclined position. Okay, already in the glass it contains sediments. Okay, sediments. Sediments nothing but mud and sand along with water also. Okay, after completion of the sedimentation, you have to lift up the glass and then keep like this in the another glass tumbler like inclined position. You have to separate only water from the sediments. Here only you have to separate only water from the sediments. The process nothing but decantation. Decantation. Okay, here separation. You have to separate the water from sediments. Okay, let us see now. Sedimentation nothing but the process of separation of mud and sand. Mud and sand. The process of separation of mud and sand, that is nothing but sedimentation. The process is called sedimentation. After completion of the sedimentation, lift up the glass and keep like this on inclined position on the another glass tumbler. You have to separate only water from the sediments. Okay. The process that is nothing but decantation. Next, let us see the fifth question. Why do we need to separate the components of a mixer? Yes, here the separation of the components of a mixer, it is used for the, you have to remove the unrequired components in a mixer. So that is the reason the separation techniques. Suppose if you take the example, if you buy the rice from the shop, the rice contains number of impurities like grain, husk, okay, stones. You have to separate the impurities from rice. Like that, if you take tea, rice contains some impurities like stones, husk and grains. You have to separate. These stone, husk, grain, these three are the unwanted components in a mixer. So it requires to remove. Next, if you take tea also, after preparing the tea, you have to separate the tea leaves from tea. So that is the reason we need a separation method for separating the unrequired components. I hope